Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Where you put you on game politics on a humble. You did. Big up, big up, big up, everybody. Remember, all donations. Cash App, CNG23. Don't forget to check me out. Welcome to the jungle.com. Pay attention. Merch is going up in the next 2 weeks. Stay home, stay safe. Keep it hip hop. Hip hop under quarantine. A lot of fuckery going on. You know what it is. You know what I mean? Well, some of y'all know what it is. Some of y'all part of the problem. Some of y'all part of the problem trying to act like y'all not the problem, trying to swing that shit somewhere else. We know about you niggas. You know what I mean? Anyway, Detroit at Orlando. Orlando with the points. Knicks at Atlanta. Knicks with the points. 76ers at Spurs. Spurs. Cleveland at Memphis. Denver at Portland. UConn and Michigan. I'm taking UConn with the points. Michigan, you can go money line. However you feel like doing it. KC at Cleveland. I like Cleveland. San Diego at Pittsburgh. Take San Diego with the 2.5. Miami at Cincinnati and Miami. Milwaukee at Boston. Depending who pitch. Not take Boston with the 2.5. St. Louis at Washington. Washington with the 2.5. Dodgers over Toronto. Baltimore at Chicago White Sox. Baltimore. Detroit at TC, Minnesota. TC over Detroit. Seattle over Texas. Houston over Rockies. Atlanta over Los Angeles A's. Phillies over San Francisco Giants. Y'all want some NHL? I might as well give you the rundown. Oh, yes, sir. Tampa Bay over Buffalo. WPG over Kraken. Sharks over Blackhawks. And Kings over Nashville. Get it? Anyway, what's up? This was a good weekend. Good week. Everybody behaved pretty good. Enjoy the festivities, you know what I mean? Everybody behaved, except a couple people. We seen them fighting out in E-ball cities. You know what I mean? Told you I ain't that can't fuck. Light skins ain't having it, man. Team light skin put it down last night. Ain't having that, you know what I mean? Hit them with the Pagatile last night, you know what I mean? It is what it is, you know. I don't know what that was about. But at least it wasn't too much shit went down. You get what I mean? So let's give a clapping, hand of applause for the people down behaving, and Semana Santos and the nature. Good weekend, good week. Um, culture wise, culture wise, culture wise. Um, one of them boys, one of them boys getting bail out of that Gucci stuff. The dad got bail home. I don't know what's going on with that shit. I mean, I guess the case is breaking up, kind of weak. Oh yeah, or a lot of people want Gucci to tell, rap, whatever. I mean, They saying he gave some type of statement. So that's all they need to take it and run with it. You know what I mean? Everything running. You know, the YNs are heavily supporting them dudes that got locked up. So you know what I mean? The fact that they wild out and did some crazy shit, people ain't even really talking about that. All that shit could have been avoided as far as the more information that's coming out. Um, but pause on that. We nominated for a motherfucking Webby Awards, nominated Best Podcast, Sports category, #1. Go vote, go vote. Yeah, the Webby Awards. You. Ah. #1, numero uno, man. Listen, numero uno. Don't we can't let you know what I mean. Whoever win, we ain't stressing. We don't gatekeep. But you know if Butterfruit going win, you know that motherfucker ain't gonna stop talking forever. You know what I mean? He been talking that #1 shit since they was in '62. You know what I'm talking about? So you see how everything kind of flipped. The machine, so what's the name? You know what I mean? Did the interview and all it. The machine is working its magic. You know what I mean? They bamboozling y'all in the head. You know what I'm saying? They rocking y'all. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, this shit, cases is disappearing. We living in an era, man. I mean, if only certain powers could do that now. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say nothing. You know what I mean? I just know better. You feel me? But a lot of y'all, you see a lot of people defending, pushing. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing every drop. You know what I mean? They clapping for. You know, listen. You choose to be caught up in the bullshit or you're not. You know what I mean? I don't too much give a fuck that shit. You know what I mean? I don't really care. But I'm gonna call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? Yeah. But hey, you know what I mean? That's what the money do. That's what the lawyers do. That's what the machines do. That's what the system do. You know what I mean? That people get up in a situation, shit just choom 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 start. Oh, what happened to that? What happened to that? We don't know. You know what I mean? Niggas charge all kind of bamboozle shit going, all kind of fuckery going on. But it is what it is. That's none of our business. You know what I mean? That's their situation. So if the shit is doing, I just know better. The jungle knows better. So it doesn't stop the supposedly quote unquote real niggas and this and that and that. They still fucking who they niggas is still hanging on the deal. It's too much fuckery going on. Ain't trying to hear it. You know what I mean? That shit work over there with y'all. You know what I mean? That's what y'all doing. You know what I mean? If y'all doing that, it just opens the horizon for what y'all been doing. You know what I mean? It just okay, okay, okay. We already know better. You know what I'm talking about? But it is what it is. But yeah, you need to go, 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 vote, vote, vote. Welcome to the Jungle Podcast. Welcome to the Jungle. Welcome to the Jungle Podcast. Welcome to the Jungle. Pop, 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 pop. We appreciate it. And if you don't, it's all good. The hate. You can only hate but so far. You know what I mean? We don't too much good for. You can go motherfucking vote. Be like, hey, my dog, we voted. You know what I mean? Because the shit going like this. You feel me? In a minute, motherfucker don't want to talk. Go fuck if you did or you didn't do it. You know what I mean? It's when it's climbing that you need to hop on board, not afterwards. You know what I mean? That's when we say, we see you, nigga. You know what I mean? So, hey, we winning no matter what, man. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck what they got going on. You did. But yeah, you know what I mean? We been numero uno, man. We numero uno in the jungle. It don't matter what going on, what that all the shit the machine be doing, this, that, and the third. Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? We know about you niggas. You niggas going to the Epstein concert. That's right. We gonna know by who go. We gonna boom boom boom. Okay, we see you niggas. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? We shit. Who the fuck? Come on, son. Yeah, you know what I mean? We know you motherfuckers is on the contract. You stop. playing, come on. I don't want to hear no diss records. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear that, man. Them shits ain't valid. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Y'all motherfuckers is puppets, man. We don't argue. We don't go back and forth with puppets, man. You know what I mean? We don't fuck how long you been in the game. You know, we don't know who the fuck you hang out around. We don't fuck who you doing the show with. Ain't none of that. You know what I mean? No hating though. More power to y'all. It's just it is what it is, man. The shit is getting uncovered little by little. You know what I mean? So it's cool. You know what I mean? Y'all already under contract. Y'all already took that money. Y'all already decided when y'all was riding dick, like it was cool to ride dick. You know what I mean? Y'all want everybody, oh yeah, y'all like y'all the ones, you know what I mean? And then when the shit flip it back around, everybody was quiet for a minute, you know what I mean? Niggas was just crying tears and niggas was ducking cameras and niggas was a nigga. Like, what happened to such and such? What happened? Niggas was ducking. You know what I mean? Now the machine kind of threw a bag out there. You know what I mean? The wires is coming through. You know what I mean? The algorithm changing a little bit. Decay changing. You know what I mean? The motherfuckers back to front like, oh, I was with you the whole time. Oh, I ain't believe that shit. Nigga, you alright. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Shit. We got the receipts. It's in the pudding. You know what I'm talking about? Need to hear that shit. You know what I mean? We don't go fuck what y'all telling people though. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. You know, we ain't no motherfucking hating. You know what I mean? Like, we know how the game go. It's a game, right? It's so it is what it is. If you winning, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? If you're losing, man, you need to get with it. You know what I'm talking about? But as far as back to the young boys, of course, well, supposedly y'all want him. Yeah, he said something, whatever. He backtracking now. He ain't cooperating, so that shit might not go nowhere. You know what I mean? Them boys might have to come back out. But he still make, that's the number one streaming joint, whatever, whatever. Gucci Mane laughing all to the bank on y'all stupid ass, you know what I mean? And it just goes to show. Right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, these motherfuckers might be back on the street now, like, you know what I mean? All my messages to the grown folk to know better, man. Listen, when they don't correct the shit, they don't get it right. There's only one other way to get it right. You know what I mean? What I'm saying, if you ain't raise your child accordingly, you know what I mean? What happens to them in the jungle, that some of that can be your fault. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? We don't go fuck about it for all that young nigga shit. Motherfuckers motherfuckers do all this other shit to you. And they parents, listen, that's a whole just no bueno situation. I don't know what y'all think. I hear a lot of different shit. I'm just saying. And I'm not talking about them specifically. I'm just not allowing that to even, you know what I mean? I know how I'm going to go about it. I don't want to talk about it. But, you know what I mean? Ain't, ain't going to go like that. You know what I mean? It's going to be a whole lot of crime. Best believe that. You know what I mean? Shit. Fuck you, me. You know what I'm talking about? So, like, better get yours while you can. You know what I mean? Because once they start doing shit like that, they don't too much go for you. Heard what they going around saying? Oh, motherfuckers don't go fuck what you done did. Okay. Right. With some niggas that work, it's all right. Motherfucker don't gotta go. Listen, respect is respect. Knowing to do something and not to do something is another. You know what I mean? I don't go fuck what. Like, listen, ain't no age limits to get to correcting you. Ain't no age limit on correcting you thinking you finna do blase, 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 and me showing you that was finito. That was your last lesson. You know what I mean? Out of there. You know what I mean? Nobody want to hear that, man. You know what I mean? Y'all motherfuckers are still worried about these niggas from. I don't go fuck where niggas from. Straight up. On my mama. I don't pay attention to none of that, man. I know how shit go. You know what I mean? That's why I respect, mind my business. You know what I mean? sometimes it's a reaction to an action. So as long as I move right, you know what I mean? If a motherfucker don't like something I said or been saying, whatever, then it's whatever. We can handle that however a motherfucker want to handle it. You know what I mean? If that's the case. But as far as violations like that, like biting the hand to feed you, and because all that shit to me could have got, once the more information we got now, all that shit could have been handled properly, right? But when you hear and see that the mama and the daddy was gassing, ain't no way in hell, son, that cub could have got that right. Now the motherfuckers acting like they did the right thing, regardless of the circumstance. And it's because some of the influence online, mamas and the papas. So when you got people out here raising, teaching their kids what, the only other lesson to show them that that's not the way is other ways. You dig? You feel me? So, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna get yours fine. The jungle will take care of that. You did. Because you had ample time. There's enough things for you to watch and see how to do it right and what happens when you do it wrong or when you make certain mistakes. You know what I mean? But people, I'm just, information, a lot of information, right? And still, it's like both sides are wrong. Both sides had a point. But ain't no way in hell you do that. And with cameras. You know what I'm saying? If that was something you had to do without the cameras, then obviously y'all don't know what the fuck y'all doing out here. Y'all shouldn't have been doing none of that dumb shit anyway, you know what I mean? But y'all chose to do that, then, then all of a sudden, like, right, y'all want to make this nigga out to be this or this, that, and the third. Who that benefit? The YN and all them people, you know what I mean? I'm go fuck, right. That shit happened. Ain't no telling, right, how that shit took place. Eventually, we'll know. You know, I don't want to sugarcoat what he did was right, but in his circumstances, right, he probably ain't, the trauma and all that shit of going through that shit. He probably asked him a question. You know what I mean? In the mix of the whatever, he answered when he should have waited for the lawyers and them to be there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they holding up against him. But being a millionaire type dude that you going into a situation where you don't even think this is ready for you, then he did what a corporate person would do. Or was it the motherfucking, or was it the bodyguard or the cameraman? We still don't know. You know what I mean? But they holding that piece of paper. Listen, it's just up in the air. You damn if you do, you damn if you don't. He gonna get blamed for, you know what? Cause motherfuckers want him to be a rat so bad for past business dealings, for the niggas. Cause remember when all the other motherfuckers started telling over there in Atlanta, it was only a few motherfuckers that was still golden that didn't tell. You know what I mean? Like like what you call it, Big Boy and them, Outkast and Dungeon Family and Pastor Troy and them and it was a lot of other groups, Sean Paul and them. It was a lot of other groups, the originators of the ATL sound that ain't never get caught up in no shit like that or ain't known for telling. So, but in the new era, he was like the top dog. So of course they want to bring him down with the fuckery to make him look like this. He's in a situation, so they trying to twist it, you know. So they can bring, come on here with us, you know what I mean? Or it could have been the influence of the wife. She could have been like, no, whatever. I seen some shit like that. It ain't no telling on. Yes, certain shit is considered tattletale, and some shit is understandable to the fact of businesses, corporations, and executives, because motherfuckers can't go up in them buildings and do that to the white people that own the other record labels. They wouldn't do no shit like that because they be under the jail and they going to court and they tattletale. But they did it to him. You already know what that time is. You already know why. You know what I mean? So, but ain't no, to me, really ain't no sympathy for. I don't go too much give a fuck about motherfuckers do that to a motherfucker to put him in, brought him to the world. Motherfuckers only, man, listen, man, I don't really look. That's why I don't fuck with these young niggas like that. You know what I mean? Um, Niggas be doing dumb shit, putting everything online, taking pictures of guns and all this other shit. You know what I mean? Just to try to what? Like, listen, them type of niggas, the minute they come around me, I'm already thinking I'm the heir of this nigga. You feel me? Because you're already portraying who the fuck you trying to intimidate. Portraying this, that, and the third. Because you what? Nigga, get the fuck out of here, nigga. You just got off the porch yesterday. You know what I mean? You niggas just start, yeah, plus, you niggas ain't even done much. You know what I mean? So, and it ain't like these niggas is at a motherfucking shooting range or something to do at a gun store. Yo, hey, look, I'm looking. Oh, I'm here. I'm training. Shit that got to do. One thing got to do with another. No, they just out here just showing this shit. You know what I mean? Recording this shit. Them dumbass niggas did all that shit. Not only was they recorded, but they recorded it too. So what they was trying to do. So if they get caught up in the bullshit, now y'all want to say it. You know what it is? That young nigga mentality. Just notice, all they want to talk about. Niggas started telling, and nigga told on me, and all of that's the young niggas. They still on that mode, right? Because they still DK motherfucking out here doing what it do. You know what I'm talking about? And motherfuckers don't go for what you out here doing. You know what I mean? Or who the fuck you think you is, or who the fuck you belong to, motherfucker. When you gonna run up and right with the right shit, nigga, all that shit is out the window, nigga. Fuck y'all got going on. You know what I mean? Yeah. Y'all the only motherfuckers talking about, oh, niggas tell it all right. But why? Because y'all in the mix of the bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? So now y'all want more motherfuckers. That's how they divide the numbers, man. They try to put shit on niggas to make them look, Some of you niggas already wrong. And some of you niggas speaking on this shit, you motherfuckers been tatted telling. Or hanging with a motherfucker that tatted told. Or know some niggas tatted told and acting like you don't know no shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's keep it 100. A lot of motherfuckers is motherfucking no bueno by association. You know what I mean? So, if we really want to take it there, you know what I mean? Because how you motherfuckers 100, or you this, that, and the third, but you niggas making videos with this nigga, rapping with this nigga, and all of that, and you already know what's popping. You know what I mean? Ain't trying to hear it. You know what I mean? Get that shit the fuck away from me. You know what I mean? Straight up. I ain't trying to hear you. I ain't trying to hear that, nigga. None of that. You know what I mean? Y'all good. Y'all can coexist over there. I just don't want no parts of y'all. You know what I mean? Because what I'm doing don't consist of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm already in another mode. You know what I mean? But I can get to that mode. You know what I mean? If I'm get there, you best believe I'm going to do it right. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But not to talk too much shit. Just a lot of fuckery going on with that situation. A lot of little lessons that people can learn from that, young and old, and there's still more to come out. You know what I mean? But I see motherfuckers want that. Motherfuckers want him to be wrong and bad. You know what I mean? And that energy is coming from a certain group of people. You know what I mean? And we already know what they is. You know what I mean? The thing is, these motherfuckers out of control, and motherfuckers ain't correcting them. You know what I mean? When you down with something, the older motherfuckers is down with that shit and need to stomp you niggas and correct you niggas when you get it wrong. You know what I mean? When they don't do it, that leads other people to have to do it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Um, but enough of that. Besides that, it was a good week. Semana Santos. Um, Coming with some merch soon. Put y'all bets in before it's too late. It's finna be 7. What? Yeah, it's 2 minutes to 7. Let me put my joints in so I get some money. And I'll talk to y'all punk ass later. Uno Riverdete. Um, y'all have a blessed week. Don't forget to get it in. If y'all didn't work out this morning, you still got all the way to 12 o'clock to get it in. Knock out Monday. Then get ready to beat up Tuesday. Fuck up Wednesday. Run down on Thursday. And knock out Friday. Get it! Let's get it. Uno River Day Trade. Welcome to the jungle. Stay on, stay safe, keep it hip hop. Remember, hip hop under quarantine. You're either right or you wrong. You're either contaminated or you're not. Your dog, Uno River Day Trade. Bagata. Let me hold you. Stop playing with the kids. Shoot it! Word is wrong.